With the release of Poppy Playtime Chapter 3 Deep Sleep, we got introduced to a lot of new characters such as Catnap, Mr. Light, and Ollie. Also with this release, many theories and lore have also come to light, with the one on everyone's mind being who is the prototype and what does he want.
Experiment 1006, the prototype. Coordination and cooperation is evidently within his skill set, as well as the skill set of all other experiments of his type. Though still missing, today's events are no doubt in relation to him. His absence was a flaw in the scientific process, which should have under no circumstances been left unaccounted for.
Experiment 1006, codenamed the Prototype, marked the genesis of Playtime Co.'s creation within the walls of Poppy Playtime. Originally designed to bring joy to the children of the Playcare Orphanage, 1006, along with the subsequent experiments, endured harrowing torment in the pursuit of unlocking their valuable secrets. Unable to bear witness to the suffering of its fellow experiments, like Huggy Wuggy and Catnap, the Prototype led a rebellion against the scientists, resulting in a catastrophic event that laid waste to the Playcare facility, an event known as the Hour of Joy. Throughout each chapter, the Prototype silently watches, observing without inflicting harm upon you. Its appearances are scarce, reserved solely for salvaging parts from damaged entities such as Huggy Wuggy, Mummy Longlegs, and the most recent victim, Catnap. The Prototype harbors a genuine concern for the well-being of its fellow experiments, having intervened to save Catnap's life following an accident, which ultimately led to Catnap's devotion and servitude to the Prototype. With each defeated monster, the Prototype assimilates what remains, likely incorporating them into its own form. Even Mummy Longlegs in her final moments expressed dread over the prospect of being consumed by the Prototype.
You make me part of you! You can't do this to me!
The others are hungry. The others are starving. Get up!
That leads us into what the Prototype actually is. The Prototype has a main theory around its identity in Poppy Playtime, as it acts as the primary antagonist in the series. Many assume the Prototype is actually Elliot Ludwig, the founder of Playtime Co. While Ludwig could be extending his life by placing his consciousness inside the Prototype, it is far more likely that the Prototype behaves more like a mimic. The Prototype was most likely tortured by Ludwig, considering the experiments originated from him, mimicking his nature to care for children and possibly torturous behavior. The Prototype adopted Ludwig's attitudes. Its intelligence grew the more it learned. There are inconsistencies with the Ludwig Prototype theory, however. Chapter 3's Nightmare section may be pointing the finger at the unnamed protagonist being Elliot Ludwig instead. We know that the protagonist is a former Playtime Co employee and that the monsters recognize them. The protagonist also has a direct link to the Prototype because of the death screen messages telling you to get up and keep playing. This either points to the protagonist being an experiment like Huggy Wuggy and Mummy Longlegs, or that we are playing as Elliot Ludwig. If the Prototype isn't Ludwig but is mimicking him, there comes a question of its true identity. Alternatively, the most compelling theory is that Ollie is the true identity of the Prototype. Ollie's pivotal role as the protagonist's ally in Poppy Playtime Chapter 3, coupled with the Prototype's uncanny ability to mimic voices seen in log 24459, suggests a deeper connection between the two. Delving further into this theory, the discovery of the name Ollie hidden within Elliot adds weight to the argument, hinting at a subtle yet significant link between Ollie and the founder of Playtime Co. Moreover, Ollie's absence during pivotal moments such as the final boss fight and Poppy's escape raises suspicion regarding his true intentions and whereabouts. As to how Poppy knew about him in the game, well, one prevailing theory suggests that there existed a real Ollie whom Poppy knew, explaining her recognition and assurance of his safety, unaware that the Ollie aiding us is, in fact, a lie crafted by the Prototype, using Ollie's voice. Finally, there are a couple little things he does throughout the game that seem suspicious. At the end of the chapter, he says he's going to escape with us, yet when we reach the final hatch, only Poppy and Kissy are waiting with no Ollie in sight. Then conveniently, someone, probably the Prototype, kills Kissy. He also knew about the shrine that was dedicated to the Prototype, and if you listen when he asked if it scared the player, he sounded like he was eager to hear them say yes, even sounding proud when telling us, wait till you see the real thing. Overall, it seems like the Prototype is cleverly playing both sides. Remember, his end goal is assimilation, and as much as the player's actions help Poppy, they also simultaneously help the Prototype, despite Poppy claiming otherwise. And there you have it. Honestly, I think it's Ollie who is the Prototype, and I think it would be cool regardless of if he is or isn't, though I'm sure the game devs know what they're doing. If you like the video, be sure to subscribe, and I'll see you next time.